Alright, our behind-the-scenes camera is live on the internet. We're getting ready to take our second video for the physics demonstrations, and the first one went really good, so we're feeling bold. We're going to keep rolling, man. Okay. For all of prosperity. It'd be a great one in the day when each anybody in the physics can just bring up whatever subject that the physics department says, yeah, these are good for us. You know, this works for our whatever class and things like that, pre-approved. So I don't see those weird YouTube ads pop up in our class, you know. Let's press some body glue or something. This is our reverse angle behind the scenes looking out at you kind of angle. We'll change this one. Give us a slightly different view. Where will be the action now? So right here on the table. Okay. And everything's pretty much the same. No weird action things I gotta remember, move around, jump up and down, anything. No. When do we get to the planes?
Well, I was so excited that I got a room at this hour that I neglected to look. All the slides are taken out.
We did do all right. I like the little room here. Recording this camera. Recording the reverse angle, project 3 University Studies, Physics Demonstration Video.
My brother-in-law told me about it, that when he was a kid, that buddies would whittle stuff out like that.
Yeah. I'll give him a shout out on that last one, brother-in-law. Okay. I should give the ECU parking officials a shout out because as I was loading in here, I could not find where to park, man. Finally just picked the place, I got a C tag, but I'm not supposed to be A and all that. So as I was getting my stuff out of the truck, come on, you gotta go, and I'm like, I got a physics professor waiting on me for about to be live on the internet. I can't find a place to park. I haven't parked. So we had an agreement that, okay, I'll take the ticket and pay the $35, but don't tow me. So I think I'm okay for that. Wow. That's pretty nice. But I'll be glad when we get all the construction done so we got more parking. Because I do ride my bike for almost that reason. This is just too much fun now. I think that's what I'm talking. I started, but I was like, everything on the camera side is about the same as before. I don't see any change in distance. And then could you practice for me an intro of what exactly you're doing?
Okay, we are going to look at the role friction plays in the motion of an object. And then I'm going to slide this across and say, well, if I slide this across, it stops fairly quickly. The ancients thought that you needed a force to keep something moving, but we now know that if we keep on moving, but friction stops it.
Yeah, cannot make a perpetual motion machine. I tried. It annoyed me when I was a kid. I always thought, come on, I need to figure this out. How is that not possible? And especially when all the atoms or electrons are constantly moving, I'm like, they're a perpetual motion machine from the beginning of time. How can I not make one? So I'm adjusting now because of that. I want to make sure I get that foreground on how to move. And then you were mentioning maybe a higher angle because of the movement.
I don't see it. It's pretty flat.
Yeah. So they got a fairly low angle on that bad boy, and not just
and I'm going to have to test with this late hour to blow up a balloon, so that may be.
This first time you have dinner?
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing about this, but it just seems to work on all my gigs where it's just close enough to the day where it still feels like the day, you're not quite that late, but allows me to get prepared. I've been working all day to be here, so just getting all the segment steps in there and going over my head how we're shooting that. All right, we're good with that. I think that angle's nice, we'll be able to see more motion on the table.
Okay.
And then I got this angle for, if I wanted to get that to high level. You know, I think the low angle looking up will make you more authoritarian teacher style. I tend to like it more higher looking down, like you're teaching. It does put a large angle, but and it's nice to have a slightly different change from what we just did. And what is that stuff to your left in front of you? All your physics?
Oh, yeah, physics stuff. I overloaded it so that if anything goes wrong, just back up.
It's very colorful when I left it. As the saying goes, are there anything kind of work?
No, not this time. I hope I can keep the string of one rolling.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. That's just the way it is. And once I edit that a little bit, have some things change, it'll be cool. I'll be able to watch it a little more.
Okay.
All right, so as before, it'll just be me doing my, I didn't last time say anything, so I feel free to, because it actually just came right on, like before, the other way it was staggered, waiting, and just I didn't get a chance to say anything. I didn't want to have my voice or something. And I'll try to like hold my hand over here so you can still be in the area of the thing.
Oh, sure.
All right, I'm back it on, got my glasses. Oh my God, really epic.
Cecil's beat the bill, right?
And, but it's definitely important. I love it. People, they're always afraid of it. If you sign up for a class, for instance, oh God, I'll fail. This is easy to see when you go, yeah, I'm going to do that. You know, I think it's good. All right, sir, so
Okay.
about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'll give you a 5, 4, 3, 2. And once I get to that, then you know we're actually connected and should be. Stand by.
Okay, our next demonstration is on the role friction plays in the motion of an object. Now I have here an old CD, and I glued a bottle top from a soap bottle to it, and you'll see why in a minute. But if you just put it down on the tabletop and try to slide it, it doesn't go very far. Now the ancients thought that meant you need a continual force to keep things moving. But we now know it's the other way around. And how do we know that? It's because we can use lubricants. I could take some oil and spread it across the tabletop, and this CD would move farther. But let's do a little bit different thing and look at a little bit newer technology. And I'll just take this balloon and attach it to the soap bottle, which takes a little bit of manual dexterity because you don't want the air to come out. There we go. And there we have it. look what happens. Goes for a lot farther distance. Why? Because the air is slowly coming out of the balloon and forming a film underneath the CD, as if I put oil on the table. So Galileo and Newton all realized that it's natural for things to keep on moving, but it's friction that stops it. Okay, now, you want to know more about Newton and Galileo? East Carolina University has a conceptual physics course, an algebra physics course, a calculus-based physics course, and graduate program. Okay.
Yeah, cut me off on that last one. I was like, oh wait, are we done? All right. I was looking for it. I would have normally been cut a little closer to the end, but it's not a problem when I edit.
Okay. I was, I wasn't, also it dawned on me like, what other conclusion can I come to? What else can I say? Okay, let's see. The next one would be conservation of energy, and I don't know if I should do this on the tabletop or not.
Is that the crash you think?
This is the thing that's going to hop off the table.
So what demonstration are you using for conservation of balancing?
Well, okay, you push this out, so now you have the elastic potential energy. You drop it.
Oh, wow, cool.
And it became kinetic energy, and then it became potential energy, and then it came back to.
Can you do it on the table? It'll probably hit the roof, but it would be, I can hit that probably easier.
Okay, which is better, hit the tiles or hit the button?
All right, Mr. Professor, you tell me, man. You do all that in physics knowledge. Are we going to break something expensive?
Well, it should, because it should break, because it's rubber.
Test it out so I can see what I got. Yeah, and I like the rebound too. It gives people a chance to realize what just happened. And if it just goes away too fast, I can't see it. So that was reasonable for demonstration purposes. And then could you explain though how's this going to work? You're going to do the intro.
Oh yeah, I tried to do it like the last one.
Yeah. And then the whole demonstration is actually just bouncing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then off the and then you want maybe once or twice, as you make a comment about it, you guys can then you see there's a little slide on the top and it's live.
Okay.
I can do that for us. I'm going to start bringing the box. It's a laptop I still have it, so it didn't have a table in there. But this turned out good. I like the angle. Looking all right. Okay. I'm about ready. Any last words?
I hope I can keep going.
I got one thing to get you around here.
Okay.
If you're looking back camera for me, make sure you're in the spot you want to stand. I'm centering on all that.
Okay, if I move over slightly, you can.
Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, whatever you want. Let me see it in that camera angle. I only look at it from this one. If you go ahead, that's the series.
Okay, well, if I drop it from here.
Wherever you want to be, I'll get it.
Okay. I just try to avoid the sink and avoid the holes in the table.
Right. You got visual prop?
Oh, I wanted to make sure, because remember you talked about copyright, this isn't really a cut racquetball, so I wanted to make sure I gave credit to.
Can we do a quick intro rehearsal, just, which is only the first maybe 10, 20 seconds of what we're about to do in a moment, and actually bounce that bad boy so I can get that look on this camera.
Okay.
You can go ahead and go over offline, but I'm just looking at it.
Okay, so we're going to, our next demonstration is about the conservation of energy. And for that, we are going to take a look how it moves from one form to another.
You had moved from the last sheet, now you're over here, so I said move. Okay. Which is fine. That's first. See where you would actually be standing when you're ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to miss those are fun. Yeah, that's background. I know any elementary school kids are going to be going, oh, what's it back there? They're going to see those too. And you keep looking at that camera.
Okay.
And then go ahead and practice that, whatever you're about to do with that. Okay. Now, if it does come out here, I'll help you. I'll be your assistant, so I'll grab it. And you just play it off and keep talking, you know?
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of throw it back on the table and you go from there.
Okay.
And if you want to do it again, we'll do that. But at the same time, let it go. Your favorite ends up and keep talking. You get a summary and close, all that. Okay, coming in about 30.
Okay.
I'm going to use this first and bounce on that, and then when we do that second time after I do the feel, we'll bounce on this thing. We'll have to really look at it bouncing and in slow motion later and show it. All right, stand by.
Okay, our next demonstration is about the conservation of energy. Now, that sounds so abstract. What does it mean? It means that the total amount of energy in a closed system, say like a room where no air can get in or out, or no light can get in or out, is always going to be constant. The total will always be the same number. Now, does that mean you're always going to have the same kinds of energy? No, it doesn't. All it means is that when you add it all up, the total is going to be the same. So, for example, you're thirsty, you take your dollar bill, you go to the soda machine, you put the dollar bill in, and the machine spits it back out, it won't accept it. So you go over to the cashier, you'd have her give you 4 quarters. You take your quarters. You still have the same amount of money. You have $1's worth, but it's in a different form. Okay, now I have here a little toy, and it's called a hip hop pop. But actually, it's just a rubber ball that's been sliced in half. Okay, now, it doesn't look very promising right now, but if I exert a force on it, I can give it potential energy. It now has elastic potential energy because I forced it inside out. Now, if we were able to measure it all, we could calculate how much total energy we have. Well, now I'm going to drop it on the table. Well, wouldn't that make it? Okay, what happened? All right, we had it like this. It hit the table, snapped. So we went from elastic potential energy to kinetic energy as it rose, and then kinetic energy as it came back down, a little more potential energy when it hit the tabletop and bounced around. So the total amount didn't change. It just kept changing back and forth. Now, how does this affect us in everyday life? Well, remember, the total amount of energy doesn't change. And when you take physics and you get into thermodynamics, you find out something even more disheartening. The total amount doesn't change, but it keeps degrading into less useful forms of energy. So when someone wastes a tank full of gas, it went from highly useful chemical potential energy, and then it was burned in the car engine to give you carbon dioxide, water, and heat, and those products are just not useful for making anything run. I didn't think of it. I forgot my
Oh,
Yeah.
summary call to action. Yeah, that's why I had asked a couple of times, it's an easy thing, it's a normal, easy thing people forget. They focus so much on the start and get into it, and they're hanging. Well, then, and we can retake that when we want, but I think it's a good one, but, I can use that, I can edit it, make it happen, whatever, you extra graphics, and summary, whatever we have to. Okay, but I can still obviously continue again, or we go on, and see that, whatever.
Well, I don't know if anybody else is getting into this room after us, so I feel better if we got our stuff done and then.
Whatever you want.
But if you, I could record a statement if you want.
Close the book.
And close, do another closing.
Yeah, and remember it's the, call to action and summary, as every class, you want something for them to walk away with in their head, remember to go, oh, look at that little thing you got, oh, no, that kind of thing. I think it'll look good. And see, what I did, after you did the first one, you talked, and then I went to the second one, camera angle, waiting for you to second drop it. And you did, that's all right.
Yeah, well, my.
That's when you lost it, because then you went off into the heat transfer kind of inefficient energy thing, and I was like, okay, you go there, and I just left it, went with it. But just so you know, I have, if you want, a different angle of the drop and the slow mo and different things to help.
Well, if you want it, I'll do both. You want to just take another drop and then I'll do the closing.
Yeah, the way I like doing it, I like to roll like a ball, right? I start with my normal intro, I just shorten it. If I do a retake, I almost never do a walk with it. If I do a retake, I do the same thing, just a little tighter, I just can't pick up in the middle and try to finish it. I look easy, close, right? So I would say, if you have time, let's just do that. Do it again, and same exact thing, you just go ahead and explain it, drop it. I'll be on that camera, do a little summary.
So you can start from the beginning.
I would say.
Okay, all right.
So you can close. So remember your close. The summary of these sports is what we're talking about. And that is a very interesting idea, the conservation of energy, right? Because I never understood it. Like when you burn a fire, all the energy that's in that wood now goes to the flame, but it all stays the same all the time, and you just got to know how to method it. That's an interesting thought, for anybody trying to figure out physics to understand that basis of the foundation of that, And so you're doing good, but I just feel like we need the close and summary call to action.
Okay.
If you're interested in learning more, be sure to check in, like even ACU, physics, and maybe high school, something like that.
Okay.
So we're going to come in for, we're going to be 30 seconds out right now.
Okay.
I'm going to take a second adjustment. I didn't quite need all this here, so I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Yeah. And then again, it's a quality file. I'll get it for you. Just relax and, feel comfortable, and I'll take care of it. Any last moment, ask questions?
I think I got it. I can remember it all.
Do yourself. You probably, I'm supposed to not to say anything. You'd be up there saying this. So that's what I do. I try not to say anything. Everything that comes out, I know what it is. Stand by.
Okay. Okay, our next demonstration is about the conservation of energy. The conservation of energy sounds so abstract, but what it really means is that the total amount of energy in a system that's isolated, where light and heat and other matter can't get in or out, is always constant. Now, does that mean that the kinds of energy remain constant? And the answer is no. You can have a constant total, but different kinds of energy. Let's make it more practical. You go to the soda machine with your raggedy dollar bill. You put it in the slot, the machine spits it back out again. So you bring the dollar bill over to the cashier, and she gives you 4 quarters. Did the amount of money in your hand change? No. You still have $1. Did the form change? Yes. Now we can illustrate that with a toy, and this toy is called the hip-hop top. But actually, it's a hemisphere of a rubber ball. Now I'm going to exert a force on it to turn it inside out. So now this piece of rubber has elastic potential energy. It has a certain amount, a total. I'm going to drop this onto the tabletop, and nothing happens. So let me try again. There we go. What happened? The force of the impact on the table was enough to flip the rubber back to its original position. So we went from elastic potential energy. It pushed itself off the table, so we went to kinetic energy. If the ceiling wasn't in the way, it would have went to its top, and we would have had gravitational potential energy. And then on its way back, we would have had kinetic energy again. Oh, you want to see that again? Well, here it is. There we go. Now, this is in every aspect of nature. So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about galaxies or atoms, conservation of energy holds. Now, if you'd like to know more about conservation of energy, there's the Physics ECU, the ECU Physics Department, and we have conceptual physics, algebra-based physics, calculus-based physics, and all types of graduate courses. If you're a high school person, remember that in the senior year you can take physics. So check with your guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is better than the first. And the second angle on that drop, it was cool. They came right at the camera. So when I slow-mo that down, I look at these things.
Oh.
So overall, it's good. I like the clothes. In my mind, this is not about me graduating or somebody graduating. It's all these kind of people that don't know that much about it. And opening that door and then thinking, oh, wow, that's a good doctor, right? Okay, yeah, let's try that. Things. And my daughter will be seeing it.
Yeah. Wow.
My boys will have to.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel? Is that what? Walking?
Well, we could,
You got music coming, vibration, music.
well, we have the, do you think the, music box on the whiteboard is going to work?
I think it's worth trying, and the tuning forks at least, that's a visual, I can hear it well kind of moment. But the thing about the whiteboard, this amazes me because it's such a little box, got such a big sound by just putting it on the board,
Okay.
It was an interesting idea of acoustics. See, I've got these invention ideas where I've got hanging glass plates on the screen on a piece of wood that hangs in front of a speaker, so they just slowly kind of rotate as the speaker's playing. And when you're in the room, the sound sounds like it's slowly moving around you. Really listen to music, all of a sudden you'll hear a guitar over here, and you're like, what was that? And because the mirror, the glass is turned and reflected it that way.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a very interesting audio journey, and so I've always been interested in these kind of what can you do with vibrations moments.
Okay, well, let me do that next, and then we'll do the boom whackers. And that would be about 5 demos then.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, that's pretty cool.
There we go. Now, this is when
moving our behind the scenes webcam. Will this be in your way here? Oh, you gotta have that.
Oh, well, maybe you want to put it on top of the box?
Okay. So you'll be standing roughly about where you are now?
Oh, yeah.